I honestly would have rather got rid of my husband than I would of my wedding planner. She was fantastic. I had zero worries on the day of my wedding. In fact, anyone that came to my wedding will, you know, tell you that they had never seen a more relaxed, chilled bride. I was so chilled. The day was absolutely amazing. You know, wasn't at all nervous whatsoever. It was just absolutely brilliant because I had nothing to worry about. Nothing bothered me at all. The wedding planner sorted absolutely everything, and she really did take away the stress. So before I found my wedding planner, I actually wrote on this forum that I will actually get to in a minute because that is on my list. And in this forum, I wrote saying, do I need a wedding planner? Is it a bit of a waste of money? Can't you just do it yourself? The answer is genuinely no. But when it's abroad, you really do need someone the other end taking care of things. Number one, language barrier. I don't speak Greek. So there are some vendors and suppliers in Santorini that don't speak English. They just don't. It's a very small island. And so, for example, me trying to hire the priest or the minister or whatever to marry us, the guy that married us spoke very, very little English, and when he was reading out our vows and stuff, even my like guests were like, what did he just say? Because it was very, very little English. And so luckily I had my wedding planner to be able to liaise with him, book him, make sure everything was legal, make sure everything was all documented and everything like that, because I wouldn't have known how to liaise with him, how I wouldn't have known to go to the village hall in Santorini to find a minister and things like this. So it's the really tiny details where the planner really comes into play. Of course you can look to get your own flowers or your own cake or whatever. You can search your own vendors on Instagram or Facebook or anything that's available to you now, but it's the really small details where the planner is so key and so important. So I found my planner probably in a bit of a backwards way actually. Going forward, a planner would be the first person that I appoint. So the moment you know you want to get married wherever in the world, you would appoint a planner at that point. I actually already found my venue, booked the venue, and within about 3 months of me booking my venue, the venue had hired an in-house planner and offered her services to me. I was like, yeah, I probably do need one. So they gave me a price. I said yes, and it just so happens that she was just the most amazing planner ever. I'm gonna leave her details down below because she is absolutely incredible. Her name is Athena. Oh my God, just absolutely love her. And we still WhatsApp each other now. But like I said, if you were looking to get married in Santorini now, I would firstly book a wedding planner and then go on to book a venue based on their recommendations. It just so happened I've done it the wrong way around. So what a wedding planner enables you to do is they enable you to create a vision of your perfect wedding, dump it onto them, and they sort it out. And honestly, that's what I've done. We often Skyped each other like once a month, something like that, and she would ask for updates, and quite often to make her job as easy and sufficient as possible, I would send her over a mood board. So I would create mood boards. I would create them on Canva or Photoshop or something like that. I would send her vision boards on what I wanted, like my flowers to look like, my archway to look like, my top table to look like, my candles to look like. We're talking everything from start to finish. I would just send it to her and she would go and get them for me. So one, I didn't have to pack anything like that. A lot of women I see pack like artificial like flowers and like candles and candle holders, and they take it all in their suitcase over to Santorini and stuff, and it's silly that you can get it all there. Just leave it in the hands of your wedding planner, because a lot of these things are rented. You can rent like lanterns to put around the venue and things like this, so it saves you flying it all over and things like that as well. So I created, like I said, a vision board, and I would often send it to Athena, and then we would have Skype calls and discuss everything, and she would literally say to me, yep, I can do that for this price, and you have to go, a bit expensive, or yeah, that sounds good. So this is kind of how easy it was. I was literally sending her pictures saying, can I have this? We're talking pictures of Pinterest. I'll go onto Pinterest, screenshot a bouquet that I like, send it to Athena and say, this is how I want my bouquet to look, and it is exactly how it looked. In fact, behind me I have eucalyptus here. Eucalyptus was in my wedding bouquet. I had white roses and eucalyptus. I found a picture on Pinterest, loved the look of it, sent it to Athena, and she provided it with me there and then. It was just amazing. So I really would strongly recommend getting a planner. I know the idea of it sounds like really like over the top, but honestly it's not. It takes all the stress away. Let me give you one more example of like how efficient they are. On the day of my wedding, I obviously wanted to organise transfers for all of my guests. So we had guests staying in lots of different hotels on the island, and I wanted everyone to be able to have a transfer from their hotel to the venue instead of giving everyone just like an address and they'd have to find a taxi and things like that. And so Athena said to me, right, here's what we're going to do. She obviously organised the transfer company. She said, add all of your, make a WhatsApp group with all the people from each hotels across the island. So it'll be an individual WhatsApp group. So for example, I stayed at a hotel called D-Sol, D-E-S-O-L. I'll link everything in the description bar below. And I had to have one WhatsApp group with everyone from D-Sol in it. I then made the WhatsApp group, I added Athena, and then I left the WhatsApp group. So I was never included in it. So if anyone was ever running late or anything like that, I would have been notified, I wouldn't have been stressed. And Athena would then write in that WhatsApp group, hi everyone, the transfer for D-Sol is coming at 1:45, please be ready. If you're not here, you need to call this number. Blah, 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 it'll be Athena's mobile number. She would take all of the stress away from me about just getting people to the venue. And if someone was late or whatever, or, you know, they couldn't find the hotel or whatever, you could just call Athena's number and Athena would go, right, you just stand here, go in here. Like, it was just so foolproof. And that's where I really think you cannot be a planner.